Oh my ya! What's up, boys and grills? It's me with a special guest, Gigi, here to talk to you about the mechanics on how the Stormcast Eternals would work in Total War Warhammer 3. Now, there was some question about how necessarily they would work in the Winds of Magic, tactics, things like that. Basically, they don't really do magic, but all of their stuff is magical, because they are magic. So all of their attacks would have a magic damage bonus. They would have a magical ward save. They would... This is if they're staying true to the lore. And sometimes GA doesn't do that. They do have invokers who can cast spells. So if they're included, then awesome. But, you know, I'm not expecting them to be able to, like, do Flaming Skull or, you know, crazy spells that do a ton of damage. It's probably just, like, spells that can buff their own units, because that's kind of like what they're for. They do have a spell, it's called Empower, which does what it says. It empowers, and that would be probably what they would be based on. Just maybe a little bit of damage spells here and there, but mainly just to buff up their own units, because honestly, the Stormcast Eternals, if they were lore accurate, would be a little overpowered because they're meant to be. They are a retort to chaos, so maybe they get a bonus towards chaos. And if I had it my way, we want it my way, it would be you get to customize your own legendary lord or use a preset one. But who's gonna do that? Just having the ability to do what you want and build your character how you want, Gigi's leaving, would be pretty darn tootin' cool. But be able to, even if you just do it once, you just like pick from an armor set, pick a weapon, pick, you know, the potential that they could be, and then you level up your character throughout the campaign. That works for me, but just personalization would be awesome. I'm looking at you, CA. I think the main question would be, how would the Stormcast Eternals, like, settlements work? And considering that we don't want to remodel or, you know, change how settlements work in the current game with this DLC, that's too much work. And they wouldn't work as a horde. I don't think the horde aspect would work. If they could just, like, take over settlements and then garrison troops there, I think it would be fine. But their whole lore was to create settlements. They would create fortresses that cities would then be built near, and they would use those fortresses as bastions of how they find themselves in the world. They are a hub in which they can get shot down from the heavens from Sigmar himself. They do have like ballistas and smaller siege equipment available to them, so I mean they've got an entire roster available. If CA wants to put them in the game, the lore's there, and as long as they don't do the chapter system the way that they're split in the lore, I think they would work great. Because how it is in the lore is there's people who defend and then there's people who attack, and they have different powers depending on which one's which. They could do that in a sense of how your character or your legendary lord upgrades himself depending on which boons he chooses. He's either better at defense or he's better at attacking, so on and so forth, and they give army-wide buffs. That would work for me. I'm okay with that. I mean, they even have anti-large flying units. There's literally angel dudes flying around who can cut down big things. There's dudes riding on dragons. It's so cool and so overdue. Come on, CA. Put it in the game. Please. I beg you. But that's all for now. If you've got any questions, concerns, make sure to put them in the comments down below. I will respond to them either with a video or with a comment. A little crispy comment response. But I'll be upstream tonight. If you guys want to chat live, make sure to swing by, hang out. I'd appreciate it. You'd appreciate it. We'd all appreciate it. Probably won't be playing Total War Warhammer. I've uninstalled it to make room for the pre-download of Warhammer 3. So, until next time, peace out.